and welcome to Steve Knows. I'm rather excited about this one. As you may or may not know, I'm a retro gamer. I love retro games. I grew up on the likes of Altered Beast, Streets of Rage, Bubble Trouble, Castlevania. These games fill me with such joy. This is my little collection. It's just what's out. I have more in boxes in my room. There just isn't space for all of it. I even have a console that takes cassette tapes. Interesting story, I was actually given this by my boss when I worked at Starbucks during my studies. To me, this era defined a milestone in gaming, one that simply hasn't died down at all. It's only grown. And back then, it wasn't called retro. These are the kinds of games and titles that we now play on our mobile phone or that's on the Switch eShop. They're still around today, they just have a lot more polish on them. And what's great about these titles are that they age incredibly well, not like the PlayStation 1 games or the N64 3D modeling era. Ooh. These titles are like a fine wine, while the early games on PlayStation 1 and 64 are like an aged piece of banana skin left on a bench to rot in the sun that fermented so much it attracted wild animals, and for some reason they worshipped the banana skin and it became the foundation of their civilization until one day someone slipped upon it and it was gone. Anyway, back on track, back to the point of the video, we can now enjoy classic games that were created for us to enjoy in 3D in virtual reality from Nintendo's Virtual Boy. Virtual Boy is a 3D stereoscopic headset from Nintendo that they released in 1995. Nintendo are incredibly good at integrating features from their hardware into their games, and this is no exception. This is one of the last seen attempts of a HMD in the home console market for a very long time, as it didn't have much success. It was discontinued after just 6 months of its release. But now these things, they're kind of a collector's item. I wish I had one, they're just a few £100. But that's when the Oculus Quest has become our saving grace, because now with SideQuest we can sideload a Virtual Boy emulator into our headset, allowing us to play a ton of classic retro titles in your virtual headset in 3D. Yes! Back in the day, this hardware was only a 32-bit piece of kit with a 20Hz processor and 1.5 megabytes of RAM. That is shocking to today's standard. The visuals of the Virtual Boy emulator are mono. It has the classic red visuals that the original Virtual Boy is infamous for. But if you go into the settings, you can customize this to whatever you feel is best. Going green to replicate the classic handheld Game Boy, or going black and white for high contrast, that is up to you. You can also change the setting of the screen. It could either be placed statically in front of you so it doesn't move, or it can be dynamic so when you move your HMD, it follows you, but that kind of gives me nausea. You can also load the game, save the game, standard stuff. I just want to make it clear for the younger folks that the games you get in this, they're not VR experiences that we seem to get frustrated over and over again. We get a full classic game that we would have played on our original NES systems back in the day. So you can enjoy these classic full titles, but in 3D. A good comparison is like Octopath Traveler with their 2.5D style, which was fantastic. It adds such an awesome layer to the classic experience that we already know. It's a nice idea having 3D games in virtual reality as well, not just either flat screen games or virtual reality games. We can have everything, that's what's so great about it, and AR should be next. So get this emulator on your Quest and play Wario, Mario Tennis, Tetris 3D, which is so good, Jack Bros. There are only 22 released titles because this only lasted 6 months, but they are all available to you, you just have to go find them. This headset is a relic and it taught people what not to do. It's a historic piece of kit and it's a great moment in video game history. It makes me laugh. Thanks for watching Steve Knows. Go check out the Virtual Boy on your Oculus Quest. Happy gaming, guys. Good day.